You know those people who seem to live in two totally different worlds? Well, today, we're doing a deep dive into the life of a man who is both a top-tier software architect and a professional session guitarist. We're going to find the surprising thread that ties these two seemingly opposite passions together.
So on one side of the coin, you've got Piergiorgio Lucidi, the software architect. This guy's deep in the open source world. He's a member of the legendary Apache Software Foundation, and he even writes super technical books. But then you've got PJLucidi, the guitarist, laying down jazz and blues tracks with musicians all over the world. I mean, they sound like two completely different people, right? But they're not.
And that is the big question, isn't it? How does one person manage to master two fields that feel like they're on different planets? What's the secret handshake that lets the mind of a coder speak through the fingers of a guitarist? That's exactly what we're here to figure out.
Okay, so let's dig in. We'll start with the very nature of what he does. Because, whether he's writing lines of code or composing a blistering guitar solo, it really all boils down to one thing: the language of creation.
And get this isn't something he picked up later in life. These two passions have been running side by side his whole life. It started with programming on a Commodore 64. Then, at 16, boom, he finds the guitar. And even while he was tackling a seriously tough computer science degree, he was, at the same time, diving headfirst into the super complex world of jazz improvisation. He wasn't just learning chords, he was learning the theory behind it all from pianists and sax players.
So when we say improvisation, what are we really talking about? It's not just winging it, right? It's about knowing the rules, the scales, the theory, the structure so incredibly well that you can bend them, break them, and create something totally new right there in the moment. You could call it structured freedom.
And bam, right there. That's the first major connection. Just think about it. An open source developer doesn't just get a strict set of instructions. They get a problem, a community of other smart people, and a whole bunch of existing code. They have to improvise, innovate, and find creative solutions within that framework. It's the exact same muscle: creative, on-the-spot problem-solving.
All right, let's talk about the second big link here. And honestly, this might be the most powerful one: this deep, fundamental belief in community and collaboration.
So if you look at his music life, he's not some lone wolf locked away in a studio. He's a core member of multiple bands and a super active contributor on Kompoz, which is this cool online platform where musicians from all over build songs together. And here's the kicker: he releases his own music under a Creative Commons license. It's all about being open.
And wouldn't you know it, you see the exact same pattern in his tech world. He's a mentor at Apache, he's contributing to InterSource Commons, he's a member of the Open Source Initiative. The guy isn't just using open source stuff, he's actively building and strengthening the whole community. It's the same deal: contribute, collaborate, share. The same playbook.
And really, he sums it up perfectly himself. Whether you're walking into a jam session with a guitar or joining a project on GitHub, the principle is the same. It's about showing up, listening, and sharing a common goal with everyone else there.
Okay, so this philosophy, it's not just some nice idea. It leads to real, actual stuff. Let's take a quick look at the tools of the trade and the tangible things that come out of this dual passion.
On the music side, just look at his gear. We're talking a custom-built signature guitar, super high-end audio hardware, professional recording software. This isn't just a guy noodling in his basement. These are the tools of a serious pro, someone dedicated to the craft. And flip over to the tech side, it's the same thing, just a different flavor. He's co-authored books, he maintains really important projects on GitHub, and he's got leadership roles like being on the project management committee for major Apache projects. These aren't just little side jobs, these are major contributions that thousands of other developers rely on every single day. Okay, let's just stop and think about this number for a second. 150 plus. Since 2013. That's not just a hobby. That is a serious, long-term dedication to making things with people, one track at a time, project by project, all over the globe. So let's bring it all home. What looked like a puzzle of two different lives, it's really not that at all. It's not about being a coder and a guitarist. It's about having one core philosophy and applying it to everything you do.
He once got this piece of advice from the absolute legend, jazz bassist Jeff Berlin. It's so simple, but it's unbelievably powerful. It's all about dedication, practice, and never settling for less than great.
And that's it. That's the key. You could take that exact same advice and just swap out the words for his other world. Keep coding, keep contributing, and keep building great software.
The underlying engine is exactly the same, a relentless drive to hone your craft, share it with others, and create something amazing.
And the coolest part is, PJ's story is basically a roadmap for any of us. Find the things you love, even if they seem totally random. Dive into their communities and just listen for a while. Then, don't just sit on the sidelines. Get in there and create and collaborate. And most importantly, share what you know. Give back. That's the secret sauce right there.
So, I'll leave you with this to chew on. This isn't really about becoming a coder or a guitarist. It's about looking at your own life, your own skills, your own interests, and just asking yourself, what's the hidden connection for me? What unexpected worlds could I bring together?